Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Talking Bullion. Well, it's good to be back, good to be making another video again. It's been quite a while, and I wanted to make a video in regards to what Bionic Fishy Fish, which is a YouTube page, was talking about in a video I saw a while back. It's been a few weeks ago at this point, but he was talking about your guilty pleasures of stacking. And I thought, I'm pretty much a classic stacker. I try to buy as much as I can for as cheap as I can. But there is one thing, well, there's probably more than one, but there's one thing for sure that is my guilty pleasure. And that, as you can see, is Geiger Bars. So why don't we go ahead and take a look. Alright, now I'll move the camera here in a little bit to kind of show you the dimension here, because these are all stacked fairly high. Doesn't really look like that in the camera. But let's go through some of them first. And for those of you that aren't familiar with Geiger, you should be, because it's a fantastic mint and out of Germany. They've been around since 1200s. And I'll put a link down below in this video about another video I did on Geiger. They've been around a long time, since 1200s. Yes, the 1200s. And the video is really pretty cool if you want to take a look at it, because I cover some really good stuff in there. And I don't know what it is about Geiger. Fell in love with them from the first time I saw them. And they almost always have a premium on them, so I don't get too crazy. But when I find a good deal, I'll usually pick some up. And I do have a pretty good source that I get some from that is, quite a bit cheaper than most other places when he has them, when he sells them. And I think he's a direct Geiger distributor, which I think is why you can get them for a good price. So I'll check those out once in a while when they become available. And that's where a lot of this stuff came from over the past couple of years. Because again, I'm not going to overpay for it, but if I see it for a good deal, I'll probably buy it. So let's go through this whole stuff. I've kind of organized it by size. But let's take a look at some of this stuff. So as you can see, we got a wide variety of different things, and what I wanted to talk about was the different sizes and different things we have going on here. So let's take a look first at this bar. This is one of the old 100-gram bars. See here, 100 grams. It's got the original cellophane wrap on it. It does have a certificate number with it. Right there, you can see there's a certificate they put in there. So that's one of 100 grammers, which are kind of made like this nowadays. So we'll talk about those in a minute. All right, we also have a 250 grammer. Just take a look at that one. Oh, she's a beauty, isn't she? Got some toning on there. Usually these black spots come where the plastic opens up at and air gets in right there. Again, if we spin around, we'll see this also has a certificate with it. Certificate number. Actually, it's just a serial number. It's not a certificate. It's just a serial number. But that's a beauty. And then I've got a 10 ounce that comes in a cellophane wrap. That's right from the factory. See down here. I'm sorry, this is my 250 gram. My 10 ouncer is next. This is my 250 gram right there. Come around. We've got the serial number. This is the certificate. You can see up here it says certificate. So it's got the security stuff on it right there. So that's pretty cool. And then here's the 10 ouncer. A little disappointed the cellophane broke open on that one. You can see a couple different spots here. But, that's what silver does. Silver tarnishes. Again, we got serial number. Certificate is this piece of paper that's in here, this white piece of paper. Certifying, that's pure. So pretty cool, huh? So these are kind of my heavier hitter ones. Let's put this back over here. And then we'll go through some of these other things. And take a look. Now these two stacks are the 100 grams. If you go back and look at my older videos from a few months ago, you'll see I did a video on fractional kilo bars, and I had 3 different brands, 3 different types in there. And one of them was the Geiger Bars. So what I did, So I picked up 10 100 gram Geiger bars. 10 of them would make 1,000 grams, which would be a kilo. So 10 of these in assay. They call this plastic shell assay. So it's referred to, if you see an ad for a Geiger bar in assay, it means that it's in this plastic container. So now here's 100 grams, silver, production manager, certificate. 100 grams, pretty cool, huh? Now these plastic cases add quite a bit of weight. I weighed this before. It works out to 133 grams. So this plastic's not light, but it really protects it. Geiger's known for these. And so you can see here I've got 2 stacks of them, 12 of them total. Again, we'll swing the camera down here in a little bit, take a look. So we have 2 100 grams. Over here we have 50 grams. We get close enough to see 50 grams, made in Germany. You can come back here in case you can't read it on the front. 50 grams, all serialized. Just some beautiful, beautiful silver. Again, Guilty Pleasure silver. And a couple different things here. This is the 25 by 1 gram. I forget what they call these things. Sheets. I don't know, I'll go a plastic sheet. That's not what they call them, but these are, have a premium. If you take a look, they're all individually serialized. You can see there's a serial number in every one of those. Pretty cool. This one here, you can see the plastic's leaking a little bit. I got some toning going off on the side here. Both sides, really, you can see the toning. But pretty cool. Again, high premium item. I only have one of these because I really don't want to pay the price for it, but still cool to have. Now these are pretty cool. These are what Geiger tubes are. So like an American Silver Eagle tube is a hard plastic tube with a green lid on it. These are what Geiger calls their tubes. So you can see here, we'll talk about the 1 grammers later, which I have over here. But these are how they ship their 1 grammers, and they're in a 30 by 1 gram tube. Plastic thing's got a tube. And as you can see by looking in the side, I'm not going to open them. I've left this thing sealed. You can see the blue writing over here, the blue security feature. These are all serialized as well inside here. So got this stuff when, a lot of this stuff when silver was quite a bit cheaper, which is great. This Geiger's carrying a big premium still. And here's another tube, but this one is 30 by 5 grams. So this was 30 by 1. This is 30 by 5, so this would be 150 grams of silver inside here. Technically no certificate, although this kind of is. But again, it's sealed. You can see 30 of them in there. Don't want to open them up. Look on the side. See the blue writings on there, so they're all serialized with the security features as well. Those are cool, huh? Got a 5 gram tube and a 1 gram tube. Camera's not autofocusing again. Alright, so we move down here, and now we start into the 1 ouncers. So these are the 1 ounce bars, square bars, and again in assay. Got the serial number, 1 ounce, certificate. If you look over here, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 of them in assay in this hard plastic cover, which are pretty cool. I like those a lot, but they're usually a little bit more than just the 1 ounce that aren't in assay. So this is a 1 ounce Geiger. Kind of hard to read it right there through the plastic. 1 ounce, right? And again, serialized. But not in the hard plastic, not in assay, right? Same size, just not in the hard plastic. So these are, like I said, usually a few bucks cheaper. So I'll tend to buy these unless these ones are on sale and a great price. I'll buy these because I really don't need to buy the plastic. Another con with this is it takes up a lot of space, right? So you put this in your safe, and the difference in space that you're going to have there, quite a bit different. If we come over here, you can see I've got 3 stacks of 10 here. So I've got 30 outside of the assay. And one of the cool things about these is the serial numbers are all consecutive. I really like that. I don't know, it doesn't really matter, right? But I really think it's cool that all the serial numbers are consecutive on these 1 ouncers. So that's pretty cool. It's 365. That's 366, right? 870. So yeah, I just think that's cool. It's not a gotta have, but it's pretty cool to have. Alright, so these 4 stacks are 1 ouncers. And I have to tell you, this is not my entire collection. This is just what I had available to me by digging out in a few different locations and places. But there's probably more to be had here. So 1 ouncers. Oh, this is something I wanted to show you. These are pretty rare, I guess. This is a 1 ounce round. And if we take a look at that, 2010. I saw one of these going up on an auction about a month ago, and I was surprised. The bidding got up well over $100 for this 1 round. I didn't realize it was worth that much. I bought it, probably a few years ago off eBay, I think, just because it was Geiger and I thought it was cool. I don't remember overpaying for it. I just remember it being the cost of an ounce of silver. But I think these have some value to them. I've only got 1. But it's cool that I have 1, right? It's my only Geiger round, right? That's all I have. Oh, except for these couple here we'll talk about in a minute. All right, so we went from like the 10 ounce to 250 gram, 100 gram, 50 gram, these. And now we're going to take a look at the 20 gram. So we come down here. See 20 right there. If you're not sure, flip it over. 20 gram right there. Got the hard plastic case, the assay. Got several of those. 20 grammers. And next to 20 grammer is the 10 gram. And you can see here, same thing. So you can see the 10, they start getting pretty small. But again, you can flip it over, 10 grams, all serialized, all security features in them. Got several of those. It's 20 gram, 10 gram, and here's the 5 gram. Now I don't have any 5 grams in the assay, and I guess I wasn't aware of that till I did my inventory, but these are the 5 grammers. Pretty cool. And they don't have to be an assay, that's fine. Still 5 grams of Geiger silver, right? A little bit harder to see there, but if you get out your loop, if your eyes are not as good like mine are, you can get out your loop and see them pretty easily. And again, you got your serial numbers. Even on the smaller ones, serial numbers are there. So I got several 5 grammers, just none of them in the plastic assay, right? And then here's the 1 grammers in assay. These things are getting pretty small. And again, you can flip it over and at least read on the packaging that it's 1 gram. But got I think 10 of those. And you can see here they use the same packaging for 5 gram or 10 gram. I'm sure the 5 gram's the same. 1 gram. They use all the same packaging, which is good for them. It's good for consistency if you're going to put it on a shelf or something and stack it. At least, a lot of these are all the same size. I have several 1 gram that are not in assay, just by themselves. So this would be these guys, right? Same thing. But again, got to get your loop out, but they do have serial numbers on them. So They are serialized, which I think is great for documentation purposes. If anything were to ever happen, you'd have a way to prove what serial numbers you had if you do your inventory. Next thing you want to look at is these Geiger Bars club bars. Now these things, there was only 1,600 of them made a few years ago, and they go for quite a bit of money. I think I got this for a really good price during an auction, but I think they can go, I mean, at one point they were up over $100 for them, but I think they're down closer to the $80 or $90 mark. But these things are pretty popular when they go on sale, and they don't go on sale that often because somebody has to sell their personal collection. And this was something put together by a local club, I think, at the time. And now the club's, a little bit bigger and can be found out there. But yeah, I only have one because, again, I'm not going to pay $80 or $100 for an ounce of silver. But I got this for a really good price at an auction one time, and I went for it. Now these became available recently, a couple months ago. You had to sign up ahead of time, and these again is part of the Geiger Club. So this is a gram of Geiger gold. It was made by Geiger specifically for this club, so that's really cool. And I don't know if I can dig it out of there. Sure. Got the Geiger building, and then the club. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? One-time order. Only allowed you to order for a few weeks, I think it was. Once it happened, shut it down, and what was available, and they're no longer available. So I think in time they're going to become, more valuable. And they already sell for a decent amount of money. So there was a gold one and there was a silver one. Silver one was half ounce of silver. It's not a full ounce, it's a half ounce. Take a look at it. Got the Geiger building and the club, Geiger Club. So it looks like they got the building on both sides. Again, half ounce, but the rarity, only 500 of these, and I think only, how many was on the gold? It says in the cert there, only 250 of the gold, so 500 silver, 250 gold. And then they also made one that had both in there. So there's 500 of these. And you can see here, just a display with one of each in there, which is pretty cool. Just a kind of a rare find, kind of a unique item. So made the initial investment to pick some up. Glad I did. I'm just going to hang on to them. No reason to, get rid of them. And let's talk about some Geiger gold here. So these are 1 gram. Bought them a while ago when they were cheaper. This is the hearts. You can see the hearts on the packaging. And again, if we flip it over, it's got the certificate, it's got serial number, 1 gram, 4 nines fine. Got another one for the fish. Those of you who know what the fish are, these are pretty cool, what the fish represents. Pretty awesome, I think. And 1 gram. That one's in the packaging kind of crooked. You can't really fix it, but didn't get put in there very well. And then the stars of the show. Got a 5 gram Geiger gold bar. 5 grams. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Got this for a good price. It's on sale. Come on. 5 grams. And then we also have a 10 gram Geiger gold. Ooh, is that hot or what? Man, that is a nice piece of 10 grams. It's a nice piece of gold, huh? And then, as most of you know, the Geiger company makes a Noah's Ark, both the silver and the gold coins. So recently picked up a few 1 gram Noah's Ark gold coins. Now these are actual coins. These are not rounds. These are coins. And these are pretty cool. 100 drams. I forget what it says there. Text is pretty small. If you look at the silver rounds, you can see that those have a money denomination on them as well. So those are pretty cool, huh? So yeah, that's my guilty pleasure right there, folks. Got some Geiger bars in all kinds of different facets. So let me try to take my camera down here and we'll see what happens. Okay, here we go. Having a hard time keeping everything on my black map, but here's those 1 ouncers stacked up nice and high. Coming over, there's the ones in assay. Here's the 10 ounce, 250, 250, and 100 gram. These are all the 100 grams. Again, there's 12 of them, I believe. Some more 1 ouncers. These are the 20 grams. Here's the 10 grams. Here's all the 1 grams. Pretty cool, huh? So I did forget to show you one other thing, a couple things here. So they're rectangular. These are some older Geiger bars, I think. Here we can see this is a 20 gram bar. Kind of cool. The same as this one. And pretty straightforward. Just Geiger Edelman 20 grams. And this one here is the same thing. It's just came in a 1 ounce bar case, so it doesn't really fit in there well. But so I have 2 of those. This is pretty cute. This is a 5 grammer. See if we can get the camera to focus on it. One of the things I like this is how thick and chunky it is. See how thick it is? Little 5 grammer rectangular one. Says 5 grams right down there. Pretty cool. And I like this too. And this one actually came in a case. Case fell off because it didn't close very well, but this is a 1 gram. A 1 gram bar. Hard to. Here we go. Look at that. Look how shiny that thing is. Little 1 gram bar. Pretty cute, huh? Yeah, so anyway, got a few of these little guys too that, just became available somewhere. I think a couple of them I might have bought at a coin show, just because they were so cool looking. But yeah, so right there, what do you guys think? This is my guilty pleasure. Love the Geiger stuff. We'll continue to buy it if the price is right. I try not to overpay for it, even though I love it. I still am a stacker at heart. And I want to make sure that spending money wisely and getting the best stuff for the best buck. That's it for now. I appreciate you watching. And always remember, let's keep talking bullion.